What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And my reason for filming this video today is to really just tell you my story and let you guys know a little bit more about myself, because I've realized I haven't really done that. And just don't really know where to start. I guess we'll start from when I was a wee lad. So growing up, I was, pretty small kid actually, up until 6 or 7, which is fairly normal. And then once I hit first grade, I started getting a little bigger, but I wasn't the biggest kid in the class, so it wasn't too much of a concern. And then elementary school, later elementary school, 4th and 5th grade rolled around, and I started getting a lot bigger. By the time I was in 5th grade, I was definitely the biggest kid in the class. I weighed 170 to 180 pounds in 5th grade. Being 5'5" in 5th grade and 180 pounds just did not mesh well. And this I can't really pinpoint a reason on, besides the fact that I was just probably overeating. I definitely think I was an active enough kid. I was riding my bike all the time. I didn't really have a gaming console, so I wasn't gaming at the time. And I was playing sports. I played basketball in the winter and baseball in the spring. And then, once middle school came around, I was progressively getting bigger and bigger. By the time I hit 7th grade, I was pushing 200, and I was only about 5'6", 5'7". Again, not meshing very well with the height to weight ratio. In other words, my BMI. And by the time I hit 8th grade, I was actually the most physically fit I've ever been, because I was training for football, and I was just riding my bike all the time. But I was at a new high weigh-in of around 210 or so. So, I definitely probably put on the tiniest bit of amount of muscle, because I was actually training for something at that point. But I was still very big, and my eating habits were very poor. And I think the eating habits just came from just really eating a lot of food. Not so much to comfort myself. I don't think I was ever in the situation where I was eating food for comfort, but it was more once 10th grade rolled around, I actually stopped playing football. So I had no after school athletics, meaning I was just going home, I was playing Call of Duty with all my friends, and I was just eating a lot of food. My eating habits were soda in the morning before I went to school, soda after school, and soda before I went to bed. There was no water in there. The only other liquid I really drank was maybe some juice, iced tea, or milk. So sugar in the form of liquid. And then my meals were whatever my mom made me for dinner, which was, for the most part, a balanced meal. But then I got whatever I got at school. And then in the morning was either a massive bowl of cereal, Pop-Tarts, and then, whatever else we had for breakfast. Sometimes it was just Doritos, which is disgusting looking back at it, but that's just the reality of what my situation was. I had no nutritional guidance, because, I find that a lot of people just aren't well enough educated on nutrition to kind of help people out, which is a big reason why I chose to go to the field of nutrition, so I can teach people the basics of nutrition, so that not only can they help themselves, but they can help their kids, they can help their friends become healthier and live a healthier life. So it wasn't until I moved out of my mom's house and I moved into my dad's when I finally got the proper guidance in nutrition that I desperately needed, because at that point I was 285 pounds. I was morbidly obese for my height. I was 5'8" at 285 pounds, and when I started my whole journey was on June 8th, and I weighed 260 pounds. So between the span of, first semester sophomore year and the end of school, I had dropped about 20 or so pounds. So good on me. I don't know how I did it. I think I was just becoming more active, and I moved into a friend's house and I was eating a lot less. But after I moved into my dad's, was where I got it all started. He suggested to me to eat 500 less calories than my base amount. So I was eating around 1,800 calories to start out. And then he's like, just walk 2 miles every day. Do 2 loops around the neighborhood once, or you can break it up into 2 times a day. And so I did. And that's what I started doing. I was just walking and eating healthier. And I was still playing a lot of video games, but at least I was getting out for those 2 miles every day. And in the first month, I lost 20 pounds. And once I saw that first chunk come off, I was like, wow, I can actually do this. I can actually accomplish the body that I want. I can accomplish the fitness level that I want. I can do this. I can absolutely do it. And then, at the end of 6 months, I had dropped 97 pounds. I had gone from 260 pounds to 163. I was finally in a normal BMI range. I no longer had to go to the doctors to have 2 charts. Like, how they have those scales, and like they track your weight on the scale, and normally it's just 1 page. No, they had 2 pages for me, and because I was so high up on the BMI, at my highest weight, I was at a 44 or so BMI. And then, I started to educate myself more and more, and I found that I really wanted to go into the field of nutrition to help other people accomplish either weight loss, just general fitness, or achieve a muscular physique, or just in general just be healthier. So throughout college, I learned a lot and realized I was making a lot of mistakes in the past. And that's just all the process of learning, because if you already knew it all to begin with, you wouldn't have been in the situation that you were. So was just a great experience, going through college and learning so much about nutrition. What my goal is, to kind of wrap this all up, what my goal is to create a healthier world through nutrition knowledge that anyone can understand, and basic exercise, just overall creating a healthier lifestyle for anyone. My goal is to reach as many people as I can, to inspire them, to aid them in creating a healthier lifestyle, and to show the importance of it, but to also show to them, which I was talking to my friend Brandon Murphy, probably tag it in the post, on Instagram, so if you do follow me, check him out. I was talking to my friend Brandon Murphy about how, a lot of the reason why, people don't try to become healthier is because they don't think that they can do it. They don't think they're like, oh, it takes a special type of person, oh, they have all these resources available to them, but I don't, I'm poor, I can't do this, I'm too far gone, I'm too overweight, there's no coming back for me. But in all reality, you can do it. I've had a lot of obstacles in my life that, of course, I won't include in this video because it's pretty personal, but it's also just, it would take too long to explain them all. But I've gone through a lot of obstacles in my life, and I have been able to excel in the area of health, and becoming a healthier person. Now, I'm not perfect by any means. I have my own unhealthy habits, but I take steps each and every day to try to be a healthier, better version of my previous self. So I guess that's where I'll leave you. is my reason behind this is to reach as many people as I can, to help motivate, educate, and just, overall just help. I mean, that's all I'm trying to do, is to help people, to show them that they can do it, because you don't have to be special. I'm by no means special. There's nothing, in my genetics that has made it so I can do it. I just did it, and I went through a lot of growing pains, yes, but I'm gonna try to help you avoid my mistakes. So with that, I'm gonna end off this video because it is very long. I rambled a lot, I apologize, but if you did like it, please subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.